Hey everybody, it's Nick here from Crimson Medici, and I just thought I'd go through a new song that we wrote about a month or so ago now, called Chasing Shadows. And how this track came about was actually a keyboard riff. And what I like to do is I like to noodle, what they call well, for me I call it noodling, because I'm sure musicians have got lots of different terms for it. But essentially what you're doing is you just kind of play with sounds until you find something that you really like. Something that I've always loved is electric pianos. And so it just evokes something in me. I really enjoy it. So I was just kind of noodling with this sound, and I started with this really simple sort of bass riff, and it goes like this. Pretty simple, right? And that was all it was. And so I added in the top line. So you've got that top line, and then down one. So you've got a real sort of it's really clean and simple, and sometimes these things just don't need to be complicated. So what we've come there is just that really nice sort of simplistic thing, and I'm sort of noodling away. And sometimes when Wendy and I write, it's not being in the room helps us. So that sounds quite silly. Sometimes if you're sitting right next to each other and I'm at the piano and Wendy's just sort of giving me some lyrics and some melody ideas, and we just kind of bounce off each other. At other times, I could be noodling and Wendy could hear it from outside the studio, and she'll just come in and say, play that again, and then sings straight over it a brand new melody that she's got in her head. And that's pretty much how this track started, was just literally that. I'm noodling away and I'm playing this sort of quite simplistic thing. Wendy comes in and says, I've got some ideas for it. And so from there, I'm just going to change screens so that you can kind of see this. So this is called the arrangement view of Ableton, and I'm just going to sort of mute some of the stuff out just so that just so you don't hear the vocal yet. So you've got here the so you can see that where it says Zenology, so that's recording all the MIDI notes that I've played. So you can hear this really sort of nice clean really nice clean beat. And then after that, we then bring in some guitars. And so here's the, so we've got the recordings there of the guitars coming in. So again, it's really quite clean and simple. Now after that, I've then bring in a sort of a drop in, it's coming to the chorus, sort of thinking, well, how do we make that different, and what chorus ideas have we got? So we come up with a different chorus, and of course, from musically, you've got these quite simple chords. This is an E to a D, E minor to a D major, so nothing's particularly special. Choruses tend to want to be a little bit more uplifting or a little bit different. Obviously, they're kind of the catchy things that people like to sing along to. So for me, there's a natural sort of change, which is down to the C major, down to onto the E minor. So you've got that really sort of classic change down to the A minor and down to the E minor. So we've got kind of the bones of the track now, and as you can start to see, as it gets more busy, I'm just going to come sort of to this point here. So this is sort of leading into a bit of a change in the chorus line. So now we're going to bring in some voices and a bass line. So now the bass has come in, you've got those augmented voices starting to come in. So it's starting to build, it's starting to feel like quite uplifting. And then the drums come in. There's that plodding bass line that I started right at the beginning of that. So there's, let's just, great. So vocally, Wendy is tremendously talented with regards to writing melodies, but also harmonizing. She is a natural harmonizer, which is just a fantastic talent to have. And with that means that from a songwriting point of view, you can make those vocals really stand out. And I'm just going to bring your attention now back to the beginning. And so if I just focus in a little bit, so you can see here, right here at the beginning, we've got this sort of 3 vocals. Now these are what they call guide vocals. So these aren't mastered. These aren't sort of the commit vocals. It's highly likely that this version will slightly change as we sort of come up with new ideas. We've got lots of ideas to go onto this track already. I'm just going to play you these 3 things. So you see these three lines here, 3 channels. These are 3 different vocals that Wendy is about to sing. So if I now mute those, I'll come out and here they come. Breath on glass. So you sort of get that wonderful sort of feeling of just being enveloped. Now none of that's been mixed yet, so it's very raw. But now if you sort of let it play a little bit more. Breath on glass. Light flickers low. It's really clean and simple. I move too slow. So you get the idea now of there's a lot of space in this track. So let's bring here. So you've got 2 vocals here. So what's going to now happen is Wendy brings in a harmony to. I think this is into the second verse. So let's just start here. Here we go. Light flickers low. Beautiful. I move too slow. Magic. So now we sort of move on to some 3 parts. So let's look at these here. So we've got 3-part harmony here. Okay, so let's just sort of bring in, this is into the second verse. So we go 3-part harmony coming up. Fabulous. So that's it. That's Chasing Shadows. So let's just play the last piece of the chorus, just so you sort of get an idea of how the chorus sounds. So if we just jump to here. Chasing shadows down the line. So there you go. That's Chasing Shadows. So we haven't quite decided yet which track is going to be released, but this is a strong contender because I absolutely love this song. So yeah, that's Chasing Shadows. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll be doing another one of these videos shortly. Thanks very much.